This is the Next With series, powered by Verb, where we speak with the biggest minds in marketing, the leading minds in marketing. And I would say, in this case, someone who knows it from the ground up, because my guest today has done that precisely. I have Brit, Brando. She is CEO of Carat, Deutschland. Amazing agency, but an amazing story. You have come up from management to CEO.
Yeah.
That is not often, and there's a lot of lessons along the way. What stands out for you?
To be honest, the basic of all is I love that job. I learned that job from many different perspectives. So I've used to start in media itself as an executive, had strategic director, did business development. So what comes all together is in the client service then. So managing the whole organization with the whole fragmentation of jobs to be done as a team really helps me, and I'm still excited about the people who are working in that company, which I try to lift their strengths to really feel the love for what they are doing on the job.
Well, that's what good leaders do.
Hopefully.
Absolutely. It's about being authentic, and brands need to be authentic.
Yeah.
You deal with so many important clients, and the important topic today is balancing brand and performance.
Yeah.
How do you approach that within Carat? What are you doing? What are you hearing? And more importantly, what are you unlocking?
Yeah.
Because that is part of your job.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of my favorite conversations with the clients, indeed. Because to be honest, in the past months or past years, the focus went more straight to the upper funnel, to the performance, due to the magic of data which is available. What we definitely know is evidence-based from empiric marketing surveys that the balance between brand and performance is always individual to the brand and to the category we are talking about. So it depends on the market's maturity, to the brand maturity, to the market, to many factors come together. And what we do at Carat is really putting all our insights and all our database numbers into a tool to evaluate, but also to interpret. So because numbers not only telling a story on their own.
And be creative. We're hearing so much about creativity in marketing.
Yeah.
Yes, it needs to be effective.
Yeah.
But it also needs to be emotive. It has to move people.
Absolutely, yeah.
What channels do you find among the emerging channels in particular? We hear about out-of-home, CTV, all those connection points, all those places where you can interact. What are you seeing as being an exciting new territory that you're exploring?
I think you have to see both components. And when it comes to the digital market, the line between brand and performance is increasingly blurred. So it's really very close. And this is where growth happens. Each channel has a role, and you have to be creative in two ways. In the channel itself, to be disruptive, to get attention grabbing, one of the most interesting KPIs, I think, when it comes to brand building. And secondly, to orchestrate all that channels in a very creative and consistent way, that the consumers have the chance to build mental availability, get in touch, get inspired. We are often talking very technically about media in the recent, the last months and years. It needs to come back a bit more to emotional level, I think.
Emotional level?
Storytelling. What's behind people. Putting people in the center. And this is what is definitely a big part of brand building. And we do that at Carat, I think, quite well. We put all people in the center.
Yes.
Get an understanding. Get them inspired. Get an idea what they really want. Changing perspectives to get closer.
And I'm fascinated what you say with the mental availability. You know, it's not just attention.
Yeah.
Because attention can just be looking at a screen.
Yeah, right.
It is being involved in that. And that can be a CTV screen, that can be an out-of-home screen.
Yeah, right.
It's about connecting in that moment. And context, I imagine, is also something that's very important now.
Especially when it comes to cookieless future, of course. We have several models in place where it's all comes to the point we need to create experiences, bring media, CX and creative together in one proposal for the clients and one recommendation. And of course, awareness is not attention. I think when it comes to emotionalize, being creative, we need to have a overall approach when it comes to online to video itself. It's still TV, it's online video, it's all the social
Yes,
and
everything together.
it's everything together. So yeah.
And you said something that's actually very optimistic, because we hear so much about data loss, data signal loss, and you're saying no. We do have a lot of signals around context, and we're back to marketing. Marketing was before, we didn't have a lot of data, and we had to be creative, and we thought we had data. Now we're back to being creative. So you must feel as if you're back in your element again.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what I really appreciated, that it comes to see it through the lens of the consumer, not through the lens of, oh, I have so many data available, what can I put out of or get out of it? So I have to be interested in the people. I have to admit what is their interest, what's the best fit, and how I can grab their attention best to bring my messages in place. Yes.
What about the marketer attitude to embrace the idea that, yes, performance and brand, there needs to be a balance, and there is an uplift? What do you feel is the attitude that the marketer needs to adopt now to understand and take advantage of where we are? We are at a time where marketing matters, creativity matters, brand matters.
From that perspective, I have to admit that spending money into brand is the bigger piece of the budget than doing performance. So in the end, very much procurement-driven companies will have a barrier here. So it's not only a willingness to do so, it's also sometimes an obstacle that the financials are behind that. So, but I would love that more discussion is around brand building, because I truly believe that this is the basic to get the loyalty of consumers and bring new customers into the funnel. My son is 60. His brand loyalty is far away from what we lived in an environment. So, and I think if we want to bring in loyalty, identification, all that to our brands, to our products, we need to invest. Yeah,
absolutely. We have a lot of work to do, because that is the case. Very fickle. Every brand is like every other brand, but it's not. And it's fascinating. You said your son's 16. I was just attending a gaming conference where the games are saying we need to have brand. So, you know, even the coolest verticals who thought they could just sort of live on data cannot. They need to have brand.
There are a lot of brands established by direct to consumer via Instagram and so on. But I think that durability, is that the right word? I'm not sure. Of those brands is not as long if you don't invest at a sweet point into classic media or into broader media, into mass media, because performance is all about conversion, and brand brings in the new customer, and so you need to invest in that.
And when they come on their own, they have come with a purpose. The intent is extremely high, therefore the value is high. It's about making an impression. You've made an impression on me, Nina, in this interview. What is something that you're particularly excited about? Because it is your job. You run a company. You have to know the trends. You're looking out there. What excites you about where marketing can go? Maybe some unexplored territory that you yourself are hoping to explore.
It's coming with AI, definitely. And I think what I'm most excited about, because I'm very much human driven in my leadership. So I'm very excited about how we can best combine the AI tool and the technique side with the humans. This is what I'm really...
Be augmented. Not be replaced.
Right.
We agree on that. Nina, I have to say, it's a delight speaking with you, and your journey is also exciting. So I will definitely be chatting with you again. And thanks for the inspiration that marketing is back to being marketing.
Thank you for that interview.
Creativity is back.
It was great to speak with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.